Imagine waking up one morning, stepping outside, and realizing the sky doesn't look the way it always has. The sunlight feels different. The colors are slightly off. The air carries a strange warmth or maybe an unsettling chill. And then you look up, and you see it. A planet hanging in the sky, impossibly large, glowing with colors no one has ever seen before. Not the moon, not anything familiar. Something alien. Something that was never supposed to be here. Now, imagine that this isn't just one planet, but many. Worlds discovered light years away, suddenly placed right here in our solar system, orbiting our sun. Worlds with burning skies, frozen atmospheres, diamond rain, and winds faster than anything on Earth. What would happen if they replaced our neighboring planets? Would life survive? Or would everything we know collapse into chaos? Let's start with a world known for its beauty and its brutality. A planet where temperatures soar beyond imagination, where entire landscapes glow like molten metal. If this world took the place of Mercury, the closest planet to the Sun, the sky would ignite with an intensity that feels almost alive. Days would stretch into endless infernos. Nights would offer no relief. The surface would shimmer like a living furnace, radiating heat so intense that even the strongest materials on Earth would melt like wax. Standing there wouldn't just be impossible, it would erase you in seconds. But what if we moved farther out, placing a massive gas giant where Earth currently orbits? A planet so large it could swallow hundreds of Earths without even noticing. Its gravity would dominate everything. The delicate balance of our solar system would shatter instantly. The moon would drift unpredictably or vanish entirely. Earth itself might be flung into a distant orbit, frozen and lifeless, or dragged inward, burned beyond recognition. And the sky would no longer belong to us. It would be filled with swirling storms the size of continents, colors shifting in endless chaos, like watching a living painting that never stops moving. Now imagine a world where it rains glass sideways, not gently falling like snow, but slicing through the air at thousands of kilometers per hour. If such a planet replaced Venus, the already harsh environment would transform into something far more terrifying. Winds would scream across the surface, carrying razor-sharp particles that could tear through anything. The thick clouds would glow with an eerie light, hiding a surface that no human could ever walk on. Even machines would struggle to survive there, crushed and shredded by forces beyond comprehension. And yet, not all of these alien worlds are defined by fire or destruction. Some are cold, unimaginably cold. Picture a planet drifting where Mars once was, but instead of a barren red desert, it's a frozen wasteland of endless ice. The sun would appear distant and weak, casting a pale glow that barely touches the surface. Temperatures would drop so low that even the air itself might freeze. Standing there would feel like stepping into silence, a silence so deep it almost feels alive. No wind, no sound. Just the quiet presence of a world that never knew warmth. But here's where things become truly unsettling. These planets wouldn't just exist quietly in their orbits. They would change everything. Gravity would shift. Orbits would destabilize. Asteroids would be pulled into new paths, increasing the chances of catastrophic impacts. The sun's energy would interact differently with each atmosphere, altering the delicate balance that allows life on Earth to exist. Even our own planet wouldn't remain untouched. Tides would become unpredictable. Seasons might vanish or become extreme beyond survival. Imagine winters that never end, or summers that burn everything to ash. The sky itself could change color, depending on how light scatters through the altered environment of the solar system. And in the middle of all this chaos, one question would linger in every human mind. Could we adapt? Because humanity has always found ways to survive. We build, we innovate, we push forward, even when the odds seem impossible. But this would be different. This wouldn't be a challenge we could solve with technology alone. It would be a fundamental shift in the very structure of our cosmic home. If you're finding this as mind-bending as it sounds, take a moment right now to subscribe. Because exploring possibilities like this isn't just about science, it's about understanding how fragile and extraordinary our place in the universe really is. Now, let's imagine something even more extreme. A rogue planet, one that doesn't orbit any star, suddenly captured by our sun's gravity. It drifts into the outer edges of the solar system, dark and mysterious. At first, nothing seems to change. But slowly, its gravitational pull begins to reshape the orbits of distant planets. Comets are sent spiraling inward. The outer regions become unstable, like a quiet storm building in the distance. Over time, that instability reaches us. The night sky fills with unfamiliar streaks of light as objects fall toward the inner solar system. Some burn up harmlessly. Others don't. The sense of safety we once felt under the stars begins to fade, replaced by uncertainty and fear. And then there are the super-Earth's planets larger than our own, with stronger gravity and thicker atmospheres. If one of these replaced Earth, everything would feel heavier. Walking would become exhausting. Breathing might be harder. The sky could appear darker, the horizon closer, as if the world itself were pressing down on you. Mountains would be shorter, flattened by the immense gravitational force. Oceans might behave differently, their waves slower but more powerful, carrying an almost unnatural weight. But perhaps the most haunting possibility isn't destruction or chaos, it's transformation. What if one of these planets brought conditions that could support life? But not human life? Strange ecosystems could emerge, shaped by environments completely unlike anything on Earth. Skies of deep purple, oceans of unknown chemistry, life forms that move, grow, and survive in ways we can't even imagine. And if we were there to witness it, we would be forced to confront a profound truth. The universe doesn't revolve around us. Our version of normal is just one possibility among billions. As you picture these worlds orbiting our sun, replacing the familiar planets we've always known, it becomes clear how finely tuned our solar system truly is. Every orbit, every distance, every interaction plays a role in maintaining the balance that allows life to exist here. Change just one piece, and everything changes. So the next time you look up at the sky, at the steady glow of the moon, at the quiet presence of planets moving in their predictable paths, remember this. It didn't have to be this way. Our solar system could have been far more hostile, far more chaotic, far less forgiving. And in another corner of the universe, it probably is.